friends, good morning. Welcome back to chapter number 7 from Civics, Understanding Marginalization. So before you go to Diwali break, we will complete this chapter and let us understand what is the meaning of marginalization. The heading is socially marginalized, but first of all we will see what is the meaning of marginalization. So here you can see the image of two pigeons. They are now talking or conversing. One is asking, what are other words for marginalized? What are the other words? That means you can say synonyms for marginalized. So the expert one, it says that it is disregarded, ignored, then overlooked, or omitted, or unheeded, or unnoticed, then marginalized, then unsung. So these are all the words that describe the marginalization or marginalized. So we are familiar with some of the words like disregarded. किसी को respect नहीं देते हैं. So we just ignore them. So ignore तो आता ही है. Very next, overlooked. Just उनको ignore करना, ignore मारना. That is overlooked. Then omitted. That means we are separating them. So all these are that describes the word marginalized, or it explains what is marginalization or marginalized. But here our topic is socially marginalized. The people, those were marginalized or ignored socially. In what way? Let us see with the help of the points that explains. Some people or communities are not the part of mainstream and they have an experience of being excluded. So we can see in the society also where we live that some communities are practically they are ignored by the mainstream or from the other community. Marginalization results in having a low social status and not having equal access to the education and resources. So who do we call? Because of that marginalization, because of that disregardness or ignorance, what happens? It results in having low social status. Their social status is low compared to the other people of the society. Maybe they are leading a very casual or poor life, not having even the basic amenities of life like clothing, then proper house, that is shelter, proper food, etc. Because of that, their social condition is getting low and not having equal access to the education and resources. So they are not able to get proper education also because they don't have that much money to compete with or to go to attend the classes or to compete with the other group of the society. They are considered to be socially marginalized because why they are considered socially marginalized? Because they speak different language. So if they are totally speaking different languages, that is one reason. Second, follow different custom. Their custom is different and our custom is different. So they are kept separate. And these are the two reasons why they are socially marginalized. And they are poor, considered to be the low social status. So because of all these three reasons, we keep them aside, we keep them separate. Maybe why? They speak different languages, they follow different culture, customs, traditions, and they are basically poor, and that is why we keep them separate from the mainstream of the society. That is called socially marginalized. Now let's come to the topic, or we may consider that Adivasi. They belong to this socially marginalized group. One of the community we can say that Adivasis. Adi means पहले से है. Adi का original meaning means मूल होता है. So that is, and Vasi, those who are living. So have been living. Adivasis मतलब पहले से ये जगह पे रहते हुए आए हुए लोग. So वे Adivasis, their dwelling is a forest, is their dwelling. So Adivasis, also called tribals, are communities who live in close association with the forest. We know very well that they are not in, they do not settle in the village also. In the village also they prefer to live outside the village, that is in the forest. So Adivasis, their main dwelling is in the forest, and they constitute around 8% of India's population. That is according to 2001 census. 2021 census, when it will happen, we will come to know what their figures, whether it is increased or whether it is decreased. I hope it must be decreased because of the modern education facilities and advancement in the economy. The percentage must have been decreased by now, but we don't know. According to the figure says it is 8%. Tribal religions involves worship of ancestors, nature spirits, etc. So they do not go to any Shiv Mandir, they do not go to any Ganpati, or they do not worship any Vishnu. So they worship the natural spirits, like it may be the rain god, it may be the Agni, or it may be the Vayu. So like that, these वर्शिप दो स्पिरिट्स. उनको ऐसा लगता है कि अगर बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश होता है तो देन दे कंसिडर दैट मे बी द वरुण गॉड और गॉड इज गॉड ऑफ रेन नाराज़ है हमसे, ही इज़, और आई कैन से स्केयर, और बिकॉज ऑफ दैट दे वर्शिप देम मोर. And they have always been influenced by different religions like Buddhist, Christianity, Vaishnava, Bhakti, etc. They are influenced later on. They have their own languages and most of them speak Santal or Santali. So that is on northern eastern part of India में आता है Santali. They have their own languages, yes. And Adivasis are often portrayed means picturized in stereotypical ways. That is already we know about them in colored dresses. Always Adivasis means very colorful dresses. They always wear colorful dresses, and then headgear, maybe some kuch bhi you will be able to see in the images, if not in the modules definitely, and through dancing. So they have their distinct identity either through their colorful costume or through headgear or through their dance form. They have believed to be exotic, primitive and backward, and therefore discriminated. So because of all these things they are discriminated. Now you can see in the image as well, they are, of course they are ready for dancing and maybe doing the dance form. Headgear, you can see their colorful costume also, you will be able to see. This is one of the tribal community. Now let's move on to the next one. Adivasis in states. So different you can see almost Karnataka and Chhattisgarh, no, Jharkhand and Maharashtra, ये छोड़ के Tamil, Kerala and especially Delhi वहाँ पर. So other than that, and Sikkim, I think rest of the places are being occupied by the Adivasis. But it doesn't that ki even the Karnataka also in they have Adivasis are there, but maybe their number is very less South India में. Let's say Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura. Everywhere you will be able to find the Adivasis, but different community, they are not same. Okay. Important thing and industrial centers located in Adivasis area. I think important mining and industrial centers located in the Adivasis areas are Jamshedpur mein hai, Rourkela, Bokaro and Bhilai. Yes, of course we have studied that all are famous for iron and steel industry. They are located and iron ores are available there, the mines are there, and these Adivasi people, they are helping them, working them to extract the mines for these, I can say as because it's a raw material for the iron and steel industry located in these places. I think yes. The next one is that India, that is political map. What is shown? It is Bhilai and steel plant. If you see, almost all these places 1, 2, 3 afterwards you can see all these, they are the iron and steel industry, and in Karnataka that is Bhadravati. We have already studied in chapter number 5 industries in geography. So these are all the important what is called the iron and steel industries located in different parts of India, and these Adivasis, they help them to extract the mines from the places or nearby areas. Now Adivasis and stereotyping. So they are often portrayed, as I told you, customs and headgear and dancing. A darling nahi is a dancing, okay? Believed to be exotic, primitive and backward, and blamed for resisting new change in ideas. If anybody is wanted to introduce new change, they say no, they don't accept the change. So that is what the last point says. Now आदिवासीज एंड डेवलपमेंट, ऑफ कोर्स उनका डेवलपमेंट होना भी ज़रूरी है. देखते हैं किस तरह का डेवलपमेंट के लिए वो रेडी है और हो रहा है. Till the mid-19th century, the Adivasis had access to as well as control over most of the vast tracts of forest. We know very well that before the British brought the forest policies, Adivasis, they were free to move to almost all the forest areas. But in the pre-colonial world, they were hunter-gatherers and nomads, and they practiced shifting agriculture and also settled cultivation. Yes, we studied all these things in our previous classes. Gradually, they lost control or direct access to forest territories and resources. That is because of the British policies. British, they declared some forest as a reserved forest, and wherein one cannot enter those areas. Okay, it is under the control of the British. Now, because of that restriction, the Adivasis, they suffered a lot. It was now banned their free movement. Then they lose their main source of livelihood and food. Actually, they were moving from one place to another, that is in the forest. They used to cut the wood for tree for wood or for timber or for firewood. Now that is being restricted. Because of that, their main or I can say earning is now it is somewhat disturbed. They migrate to other places in search of work and employed as workers in plantations, at construction sites and industries as a domestic workers. So then what happened? Now they cannot have any access to the forest, but they have to survive, they have to live. Now they shifted to other type of work, maybe working as workers in the plantations, tea plantation, coffee plantation. So वहाँ वो काम करने गए कैजुअल लेबर बन के, और सम मूव टू द इंडस्ट्रीज और एक इनसे कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट में ईटा उठाने का और बोरी उठाने का और रेती वो करके कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट में, बिकॉज कैजुअल लेबर्स आर मोर रिक्वायर्ड इवन एट कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट. एंड सम वर्क एज some worked in the industry and some worked as domestic workers जैसे मेड जैसे वो काम के लिए, बिकॉज उनको तो गुजारा तो करना ही है. दिस इज नाउ द रीजन्स बिहाइंड आदिवासी माइग्रेशन. आदिवासी में हमने कहा दे हैव शिफ्टेड टू और यू कैन से टी प्लांटेशन और इंडस्ट्रियल साइट्स और यू कैन से कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट. व्हाई दे हैव नाउ शिफ्टेड टू सच प्लेसेस? Because of the economic changes, because of the forest policies of the British government, because of the political force and private industry. So these are all leading to led to them to move from their original forest to some other place. Now what is the results? That is dispossession, that is the action of depriving someone of land, property or other possession. Possession मतलब आपका स्वाधीन में जो होता है उसको आपको छीनना, that is called dispossession. छीनना. क्या क्या छीना गया उनसे? Their original land, it may be their property, everything. Then displacement. They have now moved to some other places because of the new forest policies by the British. Then poverty, then low literacy, their literacy rate is very low. Loss of customs and tradition, these are the results what happened to the people once they left their original place to some other place. Now, minorities and marginalization, that is another concept. We have studied till now the Adivasis. Now, minorities. Who are considered to be minorities? Whether minorities and Adivasis are same to same or how they are marginalized. Now, let's see who are considered to be minorities. Minorities refers to communities that are small in number relative to the rest of the society. If you compare to the rest of the society, their number is small. Say for example, in India, the people practicing Hinduism is more compared to the people follower of Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism or Islam or Sikhism, isn't it? So that is why the rest of the religion, they are minor or minority in India. And if you go to the foreign countries like, or I can say any other then Hindus are minorities over there. But we are now talking about only India and India policies of India. So minority, their number, if their number is very less, then such communities are considered to be the minority communities. Safeguards are needed to protect minority communities against the possibility of being culturally dominated by the majority. So उनका रक्षण करना भी बहुत ज़रूरी है. इसीलिए पाकिस्तान में जाए तो हिंदूज़ को वहाँ क्यों नहीं जाते? बिकॉज वहाँ पाकिस्तानीज़ इस्लाम जो होता है वो मेजर कम्युनिटी हो जाता है और हिंदू अगर होते हैं तो दे आर माइनर कम्युनिटी और उनके लिए उसे उनको डर लगता है. सेम टू सेम इंडिया तो पहले ही इज़ ए सेक्युलर कंट्री, सो there is no as such of any discrimination, but still the Indian Muslim, they may feel that insecure when they are in the majority community, especially in Gujarat. Indian Constitution provides safeguards to religious and linguistic minorities as a part of fundamental right. But as a fundamental right, those were religious and linguistic minorities. Linguistic means those who are speaking particular language and their community they'll be protected by the they will be protected by law as far as the fundamental right says. Now Muslims and marginalization, as I told you, Muslims are considered to be marginalized communities in India because they have been deprived of the benefits of socio-economic development. How? The government set up Sachar committee in 2005. उसमें लिखा है, जूम में अच्छे से दिया है, साचार कम्युनिटी विद द इमेज एंड टू एग्जामिन द सोशल इकोनॉमिक एंड एजुकेशनल स्टेटस ऑफ द मुस्लिम्स. एक कमेटी बनाया गया है इनका पूरा एक सर्वे करने के लिए मुस्लिम्स का इन इंडिया में. They tend to be identified differently because of their distinct customs and practices. They are why they are considered to be, because their practice is different, their I can say custom is different, and their social marginalization often leads to ghettoization, that is isolation of the community. So that is why they keep separate. You can see they cannot public when they are at public places. They will be always, especially the ladies, they will always be found in wearing burqa. Okay, that is their special identity. That their culture says also. Yes, the same one. Then let's see Sachar committee, what it says. As I told you, it is clearly given in the Zoom, in the module also. Let's see that day also. In March 2005, the then Prime Minister of Manmohan Singh constituted a 7-member high-level committee headed by former Chief Justice of Delhi High Court, Rajinder Sachar, to study the social, economic, educational condition of Muslims in India. So the purpose of forming a committee is to study all these things, and it was formed in the year 2005, and since it was headed by Rajinder Sachar, that name of the committee has been given as Sachar committee. And the committee submitted report in 2006, and the report was available in public domain in November 30, 2006. The 403-page report had suggested and solutions for the inclusive development of the Muslims in India. That means it suggested where the Muslims need to be their development to be concentrated, or their development to be given importance, or what are all the areas where their development is needed, and what we should do for their development in India, that report says. So this is with regard to the Sachar committee, and in the module there are a lot more things are mentioned, so don't miss the class. I am now saying on Saturday, today is Saturday, so I am posting this, and definitely don't miss this on Wednesday, coming Wednesday, keeping in mind that your Diwali is going to start. Yes, of course, happy Diwali in advance, but don't miss the topic as well. Okay. With this, we have come to an end of this chapter. Thank you for listening to me, and in the meantime, keep practicing, keep studying, and enjoy yourself. And listen to your parents as well. Thank you, and have a nice time. Happy Diwali, and what's called pleasant or happy vacation. Let's